Hey guys, the new selection pack is here now, and uh, there's also the Nibiru bundle, which is completely useless right now, honestly. And it'll be useless for a while, honestly. Nibiru doesn't actually do anything. Like, I mean, I guess I'll pick it up here anyways, but like, Nibiru is not doing much for anybody for a while. Sprite, pretty much in every combo, can deal with Nibiru for free. Well, let's see what we pull anyways. Numeron Dragon. I don't think you ever need two of those. Well, whatever. Mowerk, Dragon Spirit of White. Amazonas card. Okay. I'm already pretty okay with what I've pulled. Is this a debater? Why, yes it is. Anytime I open at least two yards, I'm happy. Ooh, Auroradon, very nice. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, that's actually a lot of foil cards right there. But anyways, the recent selection, it's pretty mid, whatever. So in the new selection pack, there are Doodle Beasts, and there are, I don't remember what else honestly. There were Doodle Beasts, and then there's this one new rare War Rock card, I guess. And that made them put a bunch of War Rocks in that selection pack for some reason. And then there is some zombie support. But overall, not a lot of new cards, I'm pretty sure, are in the selection pack. So we'll just go over them in a second. Oh, is that a third? A third. AZ Flame Basilitrus. What the hell is this card? You need to use level 6 fire monsters to make this. And then this is also a UR, okay. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card to target one monster your opponent controls or is in their graveyard. Banish that target. This card gains effects based on the number of XYZ materials attached to it. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. This card cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. This card gains 200 attack and defense for each XYZ material attached to it. So, are you expected to use like 5 level 6 fire monsters to make Basilitrus somehow? Weird, I need details on that card. Well, whatever. And we get our Nibiru. Lit, I guess. But anyway. Oh yeah, there were Witchcrafter cards. That was the last thing I was forgetting. And there was some like random kind of guy card support, but as per usual, guard card support isn't that great. So we have Yukiona the Icicle Mayakashi, which is pretty poppin'. So the most interesting thing about this is that you can only use each of the following effects of Yukiona the Icicle Mayakashi once per turn. So if you did the special summoned, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effect. You can't do the banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one of your zombie synchro monsters that is banished or in your graveyard effect. And that effect is honestly pretty decent, because with Zombie World up, any synchro monster in your graveyard would indeed be a zombie synchro. So that's like almost a monster reborn almost. Dynatank, I looked at this, and this just looks completely garbage. So, whenever when a card or effect is activated that targets this one card on the field and no other cards, quick effect, you can target one other card on the field that would be an appropriate target. That card or effect now targets the new target. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can special summon one dinosaur monster from your graveyard. So this effect just doesn't make sense to me unless this is worded wrong, because it looks like uh, your opponent has to want to target this for some reason. I mean, I guess the idea is that this would have high-ish attack points, but I don't know. Then it would be annoying to out unless you have non-target removal, but if you had targeted removal, you just wouldn't use it on this anyways. But it says destroyed by an opponent's card. I don't know if that includes battle. That's whatever. This card is a lot more cracked than the other two, though, for some reason. When a spell, card, or effect, or a non-fusion spellcaster monster effect is activated, quick effect, you can activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of Witchcrafter Vice Madame once per turn. Destroy one card on the field, special summon one level 6 or lower Witchcrafter monster from your hand or deck, add one Witchcrafter spell trap from your graveyard to your hand. So, the thing about this is like similar to Doom King Ballad Rock, for example, but it doesn't say once per chain on this actually. So if you like were to chain one Madame Madame Veer, chain two Vice Madame, chain three Hein, I believe it was, you can chain for Vice Madame and then activate a spell and then like go up to like chain 6 or whatever with this, because you can use each of these effects once per turn or whatever. But this says when, right? So this is funny in that it can be chain blocked the same way as like Thunder Dragon Titan for some reason. So this card is just weird. I mean, technically, you could do the same thing this card kind of does with like Thunder Dragon Titan, which is weird. And there's Crawler Soma here. I don't know exactly why this is good, because I haven't read the card before, but let's see. You can target one face-up monster you control, special summon this card from your hand, and if you change the targeted monster to face-down defense position, also cannot change its battle position for the rest of this turn. During your main phase, you can reduce this card's level by 2 or 4, and if you do, special summon crawling monsters with different names from your hand, deck, or graveyard whose total levels equal the amount reduced. In face up and or face down defense position, you can only use each effective Crawler Soma once per turn. Is this it? I mean, this effect is honestly pretty good because it just special summons itself and then it'll summon another Crawler monster. Face up or face down, meaning you can just link summon immediately after you summon Soma. Which sounds good, but I heard something about like crawlers being good or better for some reason. Is it just from Soma alone? I'm not exactly sure what all of the crawler cards do, but whatever. And then I looked at the dual beasts and they're pretty weird. So there are only 3 Doodle Beast cards here, as far as I'm aware. We have Doodle Beast Tyranno. So this basically has the effect here to quick effect tribute summon this card from your hand, which would be a normal summon actually. And then when it is normal summon, you can destroy one monster on field. Then it gains attack, I think, right? If you tribute over a duel, these monster gains attack equal to half the destroyed monster's attack on the field. The only other Doodle Beast I see is Stego, though. If you control no monsters, or if all monsters you control are dinosaur monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Doodle Book spell trap from your deck to your hand, then discard one card. Spell. Is there a Doodle spell? No. Not in here, at least. Doodle Book, when your dinosaur monster is targeted for an attack, negate that attack, then you can special summon one Dual Beast monster from your graveyard. Cannot be destroyed by battle, also destroyed during the end phase. If this card is in your graveyard except the turn was sent there, you banish this card from your graveyard, add one level 5 for hard power monster from your deck to your hand. So these don't look that great. Honestly, I don't see, well, unless there's some doodle cards I don't know about. Don't seem to do much. But let's see. I guess we'll go look at this. So this fusion summons a fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material, including a Witchcrafter monster. During your end phase, if you control a Witchcrafter monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. So this looks a bit slow. I don't know if they have a faster way of adding Confusion Confession to hand. Because then this would be like a turn 3 play, which is awkward. But now we have a Floodgate and zombies. Great. Or I guess Mayakashi Floodgate. Whatever. You tribute a Mayakashi or Shiranui Synchro Link monster. Neither player can special summon monsters from the hand, deck, or extra deck for the rest of this turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banished zombie monsters, return it to the graveyard. You can only use one Ghost Meets Girl, a masterful Mayakashi Shiranui Saga effect per turn, and only once that turn. So this card, actually, I don't remember exactly how you search it, but I'm pretty sure it's searchable. And it's just a hard Floodgate. And you might be thinking, oh, but I just play, like, Fluandries or, like, Flu or whatever. And I'm fine, but no. Zombie World counters, like, normal summon strategies anyways. You can't tribute summon. Aside from zombies, and I'll tell you what, there are barely any good zombies to do that with. But if there was a good archetype that could do that, it would be vampires, I guess. Which would get destroyed by, like, one monster negate anyway, so whatever. Well, I mean, by monster negate, I just mean, like, a Doom King Balrog Rock. You just pair Doom King Balrog Rock with Zombie World and this, and you got yourself a pretty nasty setup with only those things in consideration, but yeah, no one's going to end on just that. New Time Thief card. You attribute this card, then target one monster your opponent controls, bash it until the end phase. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Time Thief monster you control. Except for Time Thief Temper Wall, return that monster to the hand, and if you do, special summon this card but bash it when it leaves the field. I'm not really sure when this is relevant to do, but it might be good, or there might be more Time Thief support coming up. Couldn't tell ya. There's a new Ancient Warrior, Savage Don Ying. While you control a level 7 or higher Ancient Warrior monster, your opponent must pay 400 LP to activate a card or effect. You can only use each of the following effects of Ancient Warrior Savage Don Ying once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a level 7 or higher Ancient Warriors monster or one Ancient Warriors continuous spell from your deck to your hand. The monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard, except during the damage step, you can target one card in your opponent's graveyard, mash it, and if you do, draw one card. So this card looks like it can add on to the Ancient Warriors strategy because it searches another Ancient Warriors or continuous spell trap. So it's just an additional body as I see it right now. Alright, Grand Tusk. If this card is normal or special summon, destroy 2 other cards on the field. And if you do, this card gains 600 attack for each card destroyed. Not sure when this card will be relevant, but that effect honestly is not the worst thing in the world. It's just a level 8, which I don't know how this would work out. Ika the Flame Buddy here though, this would have been like, I don't know if you could have done something disgusting with Union Carry with this or something. This, well, I think you can't special summon or summon monsters when you attach it via Union Carrier, actually. So, wait, actually, this works with pens, doesn't it? Yeah, I guess it would work with pens. So I'm not sure if there's a disgusting usage for Ika, but if this card is normal special summon, you can target one face-up monster card in either player's spell and trap zone, special summon it to your field. You can target one other face-up monster you control, equip that face-up monster to this card as an equipped spell that gives it 500 attack. And then both effects are hard once per turn. Maybe there is an interesting degen usage for that card. I guess we'll look at Dynabase as well. So I guess that this might be how you summon the new like Dino Machine Fusion card or whatever. If your LP are lower than your opponent's, you can special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck. Using this card, you control other monsters from your hand or field as material. Doesn't seem particularly useful to me, unless it's missing some cards or something. Like, I don't see the point of summoning Dynatank. In fact, I'm not even sure what monster that is right there. Is that dinosaur monster just on that card specifically? I don't think I've seen that one before. But it's interesting how, like... Well, I guess there's some Insector support card or whatever. Zektrike Kuo. I would read this card, but I read it before and I couldn't understand what was going on with this. But there's also Ancient Warrior Saga Deception and Betrayal, I guess. During your main phase, you can special summon one Ancient Warrior's monster from your hand, and if you do take damage equal to its level times 100, you can send this face-up card from the spell trap zone to the graveyard, then target one Ancient Warrior's monster on the field, change it to any attribute, then if you targeted an opponent's monster, you can take control of it. Wait, what? If you targeted an opponent's monster when? What? Just at some... What? This targets an Ancient Warrior monster on the field from either side. So are you supposed to give your opponent an Ancient Warrior for this? Well, I mean, lack of information. I mean, this card kinda exists. It just returns a card you control to your hand. And it can kinda do this twice. I don't really see a usage for Vivid Tail, it just returns your own cards. Well, yeah. So... I think I mentioned it a second ago, but... No idea what this is for, but... There's some random Warrock cards, just like Warrock. Ortia, for example, is here. And... yeah. Well, there's some Warrocks in this pack as well, because they added this new rare Warrock card here. Like, looks kind of like they were really, like, struggling to find cards to put in here. Revival Jam. This selection, kinda lame. But the next selection is not too far away. The Sprites pack here goes away in like 12 days. Well, personally I got like a lot of the cards I wanted from this. Well, not all of them, like I would have preferred more copies of Blue and Gigantic, but I have like pretty much every card you would need from this pack. I guess if I was playing Neos though, I don't have enough copies of Spirit of Neos, I think. And if I wanted to play Exorcisters, I would need another copy of Magnifica. But I mean, I'm pretty ready for the next selection already, as you can see up there. So, yeah, that'll be it from me for today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And personally, even if you wanted stuff from the selection, I think it's probably just not worth summoning on this unless you happen to be a Doodle Beast crawler player that plays like zombies and also wants Egyptian god card support and ancient warrior cards. I guess it's a really weird niche. Like, this is probably the best card in the selection right here. This one and this one. And I guess Soma if you care, but you could just craft Soma because like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13 URs. And if you're going for just one, it's unlikely that you'll be getting what you want. So you're better off crafting and saving for a better selection with more cards that you would want and just being patient with it, I guess. So yeah, I'm ending the video for real this time. Bye.